Hi there. Thanks for joining me today. I'm excited because today I get to transplant the last of my seedlings. Here with me, I have my herb seedlings, and I started everything this year from seed. And these have been ready to be transplanted for quite a while. So hopefully it's not too late. And I know for some herbs, I probably won't get much of a harvest because they do take a long time to grow when you grow them from seed, but that's okay. So come along and let's do this. So first I'm going to try to come up with some sort of plan about where I'm going to arrange them. I have oregano, I also have thyme, I have rosemary, lavender, and other things. So as far as I'm concerned, thyme, oregano, and rosemary are going to be fine if I place them together. So I'm just going to like alternate them and put them different places like that. I am not going to add any amendments to this bed. I think they should be fine just the way they are, just the way this bed is. Here's my rosemary seedling. I'm trying to decide where I'm going to put it. If I'm not mistaken, rosemary will come back each year. So I need to think of a place that is going to be more permanent. And that's probably going to be one of the corners. So I'm going to put it here. And as I do this, I'm going to try not to overthink it, which I tend to do. Probably could have put it a little bit more towards the edge, but that's okay. I'm going to put this other rosemary seedling over here on the other side of the bed. Now this thyme plant, I'm going to put it back here. Oh, it looks pretty good. I mean, it does have a lot of a pretty thick root ball, but I don't think it's root bound. Looks pretty good. I'm going to put one of the oregano plants over here. I think I decided to move most of them to the front because I'm going to save the back to put lavender across the back, since the back side is a little bit difficult to access. I think I'm just going to put the lavender in the back. Here's my lavender seedling, which I just noticed that it looks so similar to rosemary. I guess they're in the same family. And this is my first time ever growing lavender. I've always wanted to grow lavender. I've never done it before. And so I decided to just go for it this year and start from seed. So I'm not expecting these to get super big this year, but that's okay. So again, I'm going to move these towards the front so that I have room for the lavender. Over here, I'm going to plant another thyme plant. Just going to break up the root ball a little bit. And that looks so good. Right next to it, I am putting another oregano plant. So moving right along this bed, I'm going to keep adding thyme and oregano. And if you watched my previous video, you know that we are having problems with moles and voles. So for this bed, since this is a new bed that we just set up, we decided to put wire mesh underneath our bed. And I'm really hopeful that that will protect our plant. Now this root ball, I don't know if you can see, this one looks a lot more matted than the other ones. So this might be one of the first seedlings that I had growing, and it probably just sat in the pot longer than the others because the other ones were not like this. So I'm just going to break it up. I don't know if this is okay, but I'm going to do it and we will see what happens. It just feels so tight. The root just feels super tight. So over here, another oregano. We love fresh herbs. So I'm excited about this. Just a couple more lavender plants back here. And I'm gonna need to thin this one out because this one has 3 seedlings in one pot. And the last of the lavender right here. So I think this will do for now for this bed. And I was thinking that I don't like this wasted space in the middle, in between the 2 rows, and also right here. Of course, right now it looks like a wasted space because these plants are so small. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to plant some carrots in between those rows until the herbs have a chance to fill out the bed. I have a couple leftover oregano plants that I think I'm just going to plant them somewhere else in the garden. I didn't want to overcrowd this bed with herbs. So over here in our patio is where I'm going to plant a couple of pots with mint. One of them is going to have peppermint and the other one spearmint. So this right here is spearmint, and I have several of these. And they do look like they're a little bit tight at the bottom, but I'm just going to break them up a little bit, and I think they should be okay because mint is just so resilient and they just grow like crazy. So I think it's going to be okay. I know mint will eventually take over this whole thing, even if I just put this one here, but I think I'm going to put 4 different seedlings that I have in this pot. One of the things that I love to do with mint is make tea. Mint tea is probably my favorite and is just amazing when I can get it from my garden. I just love herbal teas in general. That's why I'm excited about growing chamomile. I'm going to put 2 more over here. I've grown mint before, several times before, but I've never grown it from seed. And in this other pot, I'm going to put peppermint. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to plant 4 of these seedlings in here. And even though at the bottom they're a little bit root bound, I think they're going to do great. And why not? I have an extra one, so I think I'm just going to put it here in the middle. So here's the final result of the big bed full of different types of herbs. And here are my pots with mint. Thank you for joining me today. Today is June 22nd, and if you haven't gotten your garden planted yet, you still have time. There is so much you can grow yet this season.